3, 2, 1.
That was a clean clap on my end. You're gonna have an easy time finding my clap.
But it really crystallized in my head. I'm like, these two kids, they want attention so bad, but they don't know how to just like have like a fun conversation about the things they like. They gotta be like, well, I wasn't talking to you. I don't know. It's just lame.
Some adults don't know how to do that either.
It's true. Like us, we have to structure it as a podcast in order to make it work.
It's like Mythbusters. You know, it's like you think they're friends. And it's like,
oh yeah, they were not. Well, I don't think they hated each other. They just did not get along. Yeah, I told you, Devin. There was the one video Adam did where he was talking about how working with Jamie, and I'm like, oh yeah, everything he's talking about Jamie, that's 100% David. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to elaborate.
Take that as a compliment.
He had nothing negative to say. I was like, oh, that's 100% me and David. Okay, I get it.
What really broke us was just that he didn't know the ska lady, and I couldn't do it anymore.
Listen, after the whole poison incident, I understand. David just doesn't understand something. It's fine. All right.
I like you say the poison incident as if like he tried to kill you.
He did.
Yeah, that is what it sounds like.
It did try to kill me.
After the poison incident that he wiped out half my family.
You had your own poison incident, Devin. You thought the power of balloon in that Game Boy game meant poison.
P for poison. Yeah.
I'm the only one who understands how to poison someone. Hello and fuck. Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
It's the Sonic Movie Show.
Hey.
My name is Ethan. Over there is Devin and David. Intro at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's not my friend. I don't know who he is. You like riddles? Yeah, me neither. No, we're talking about life and death. Good luck, David. It's 4 quotes.
Is it my turn?
Go.
Take this. Try not to take it apart.
Okay. That works. That's right.
Well,
we are going to take apart this movie.
What ones did he have written down? I'm just trying to cover all my bases.
One.
So if I really did get that one, he would have been screwed.
The best part about being the host is I don't have to write any quotes down. I don't have to write anything down. It works for me.
He doesn't even have to watch it. He just guesses.
I can just pretend for as much as I care.
He's facilitating, but like he didn't watch the movie. He just like. All right, Devin and Dave, what did you guys think specifically?
Right.
Can you go into detail?
A lot of my talking points are me agreeing and just kind of rehashing the same.
Bringing up our points.
Yeah, like a microwave. Folks at home, we watched a video game movie. This is the Sonic Movie Show. We review video game movies, every single one of them.
We do.
Or at least we will. That's the idea. Because there's one that we haven't reviewed yet. That's what this episode's about. Hitman Agent 47, the 2015 film. Based on the video games.
15.
Yeah,
directed by Alexander Bach. I don't know if he's related to the Bach.
I had that same thought. I'm like, yeah. Well, the way is Alexander was more like Eastern European or something.
He's a German. He's a German film director. But he was born in Poland. So you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We watched
this
that
is
film.
Only movie. He's working on another movie, but it's TBA.
Yikes! A decade. Well, maybe he did television work or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Let's do a deep dive on this.
I'm going on his website. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. While Devin is doing that, let me explain what we do.
Exploring cinema in the age of AI.
You can keep going. Oh, okay. So he's washed, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's saying this is how we circumvent the awful tide that is AI during... No? Oh, okay.
No, his work, his AI showreel is on his website.
Okay.
Damn it, this is what happens. Okay. So now I have to...
Well, let's not let that color our perception of this film as the one who drafted it here.
Pick.
I need this to
finding all the dirt
positively looked upon as possible. Because this is after this movie. All right? This is all that AI shit. Hitman Agent 47. So here on the Sonic Movie Show, we have a season of episodes here in which we have drafted together a total of 18 video game movies, 6 for each of us. This is my third pick. We are on round 3 here. I'm the first to go. This is my third pick, Agent 47, again, 2015 film. And I chose this movie because it was... like Devin had said on a previous episode or two ago, generally we seem to favor live action films over animated ones, and so that was up there as well. I also, Devin and I on a couple seasons ago did review the first attempt at a Hitman movie. The movie was just titled Hitman, starring Timothy Oliphant. Probably in real life when we recorded that episode. I don't even think we were on camera at that time. I wouldn't be surprised. And so I thought, okay, this is a second crack at it. There's an opportunity to learn about maybe what worked or what didn't work, or honestly, just I think we'll all kind of say in general about all of the movies from here on out. It was a lot of shots in the dark, and just kind of thought maybe this movie would be good, and we'll discuss and see if I did a good job picking or not. Hitman is a video game series I have dabbled in a little bit, and I've always respected the idea of it, and I've been actually itching, maybe as Let's Play content here on the channel, diving into the recent Hitman trilogy, whether or not that is Hitman 1 and then 2 and then 3, or just Hitman 3 with all of the 1 and 2 stuff in it, I don't know. But all that stuff looks really neat and cool. I believe the catalyst for me actually being like, all right, these games might be really cool. I was watching old Giant Bomb, Christmas Hitman, Hitmiss stuff with Sheik Zanzibar. I thought was a very funny clip that went around, and it made me be like, all right, I had played a little bit of one of the original Hitmans on PC. So this movie was one of the last Hitman stuff that came out that was still owned by Square Enix. Square Enix had purchased IO Interactive and the Hitman property, and I don't know what else, many years prior, and they did publish the first of the Hitman reboot stuff in 2016, so a year after this movie. They did publish that. But they had published a Hitman Absolution on 360 and PS3, and they might have published Blood Money, which was a PS2 era game before that. So I'm not sure if the original Hitman movie was still under Square's kind of purview or not. But the Hitman game I had played the most of was Hitman Go, which was a mobile game that they then put on consoles, which was like a board game aesthetic, but it was a puzzle game of like you're moving, and when you move, everyone else moves, and you got to get to your target, and how many moves is possible. It was a neat game. But back in the day on Steam, like literally like more than a decade ago, I want to say like maybe 2012, 2013, and I don't know when they stopped doing this, but it was possible on Steam to go to a publisher's page, and every publisher had, whether they wanted to or not, I think it was just a Valve thing, there was a bundle of all of the games by that publisher. Not on sale. It was just like, here's all of the games by this company. And at that time, Square was on Steam, but it was all of the Western stuff that they bought. When they bought IDOS and IO, it was a lot of the Thief and Deus Ex games, were in there. There was no Final Fantasy or anything like that, but there was a Steam summer sale where that Square Enix bundle was like $50 for all of the things they published, and I bought that. That's how I have all the Tomb Raiders and all of that on there. And I tried playing Hitman, and I'm like, oh, I'm a bad guy. I'm an evil person. I don't want to play this. That was literally the thinking at the time. Like, oh, I didn't realize I'd be like a really evil person killing people, and realizing you're going after people that may or may not deserve it, but it's a contract, and maybe there's a deeper story as to this character and all that. But that is literally my knowledge on Hitman. In total, I know he's got the iconic silver ballers and like guns, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, but wasn't your like cousin or something like a real life Hitman or something?
I didn't really want to bring this up, but considering that I know you had a recent family member pass, Devin, being all of your family members, and I know you think it was my cousin. No, I don't know.
No, I'd be. You ever think about that? Maybe you had a family member who was a hitman?
Not my family, but I can imagine someone. No. I mean, that's what a lot of movies are, right? It's like, oh, there's a secret life.
Is there a hitman's in real life, right? Like, yes. I mean, assuming there has got to be. Yes. So, like, that's someone's uncle.
Do you remember we were in high school and someone was like, look, I've been able to get onto the dark web for real. and like they had
They're
found.
probably just lying.
I
You know what I
kind
mean?
of hope that they were for their sake, but
Yeah, I think the more I think back to stuff like that where kids were like, "Oh, I found this thing," it's like they were just making it up.
I mean, I guess the equivalent would be like, or something close to that would be like, oh, my uncle's great uncle was in the mob. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
you know what I mean? I guess.
Well, David has that
like,
Italian heritage, so that might be the case for him. Remember when he
Makes
denied
sense.
that and then actually did the test and it was like, yeah, he's like 100% Italian.
It was
Well-
110 actually. They were like double down on it.
I would take that. I would take
Got a lot of pizza sauce up in there. Any of you boys ever play the Hitman games?
Yes, I have. I think when did I play the first one? I don't remember if I played it on PS4 or if I had it on Steam. But I've definitely I think I've played number 1 and then I
In the
think
kind of
Devin
reboot?
actually got me a the copy that has all 3 of them in there, and I was playing that a little recently actually, ironically, because I forgot that we were gonna be oh, the cat just popped in here. I forgot we were gonna be
Cat's the real Hitman.
reviewing this movie.
Doop, doop.
Bow!
But yeah, no, I mean it's a cool game. I think it's almost like it's almost like a puzzle game, in a sense, because they basically give you a task and your targets are always like in a certain pattern, and so you have to figure out, how you can fit into that pattern and not get caught, basically, right? And so it's a very slow paced game. I think if you're going into this thinking it's going to be like, high action, this is probably not the game for you. This is like, oh, how do I do this? I can, you kind of walk through the whole building usually a couple times and you're like, okay, I can put this guy's stuff on, get into this area, then do this, and then I can probably get the target, right? And so it's pretty slow and cerebral, I guess. But I've always enjoyed them. I thought they were cool. Yeah, there is like you said, like the moral thing. It is. I think they toe a line of not glorifying him while also being like, they usually don't give you too much information on the guys you're killing, but enough that you don't feel bad, right? It's like enough of like, oh, this is like an arms dealer or something, this is tied to whatever.
I haven't played them either, but like I don't ever remember hearing about like you have to go, I don't know, like
Kill an orphanage.
Ethan was joking about family, right? Like, no, yeah, you're not going and be like, you got to kill a whole family in under 10 minutes before the ambulance gets there or whatever.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's
right,
not.
right. It's all executives and the like. I just remember just for whatever reason, and as in like a high school age, Ethan being somehow like surprised by the idea of playing as a hitman and being not a good guy. I don't know, but yeah, like these games, especially this modern World of Assassination trilogy, that they kind of eventually worked their way, because initially that first Hitman in the reboot was supposed to be season 1, but because that first one was published by Square and then they went independent, Square they basically allowed themselves to spin off of Square by themselves, and Square, according to IO, just gave them the Hitman. That wasn't like a part of any deal. They didn't buy it. They just gave them Hitman, the IP, because they weren't ever going to do anything with it. Maybe they didn't like. I don't know how well this movie did, but this movie would have been very recent, and they probably spent a lot of money on it. And I don't know if it did. It didn't get a sequel. Let me put it that way.
The film grossed $82.3 million worldwide, but it had only a $35 million budget, so it made
okay.
over double.
Okay. But Square published the first one, so then because of that, then they kind of made the sequel. But Warner Brothers published it because someone needs to fund it. By the third one, it was self-published and all that. But you can play Hitman 3, but it has all of 1 and 2's stuff. I don't know if it has like the story in terms of cutscenes in it, but all those levels and targets are really well. That's awesome.
I started playing 1, and it was like I was confused because I figured it was going to be the old graphics when I started. And it was like the new graphics and everything was redone. So
Nice,
yeah, it's
nice,
pretty cool.
nice. Yeah, yeah. Hitman Blood Money was a really neat one that I had touched maybe a little bit, but not enough to really remember. And that was one that was a fan favorite way back in the day. Um, but okay. Yeah, Devin, did you said you didn't play Hitman, right?
I think I played it with David maybe when it was over one time. I've seen plenty of like clips or bits around the game from channels I've watched or in passing. So I haven't like compared to other stuff like that we've watched so far this year. I definitely know like how Hitman works and what's about. Like I agree with David. It's like a stealth puzzle game. There's cycles to everything. You're trying to figure out the cycles. And what's always seems cool is there's like different ways to go about it, and like I guess that's where like the high score element to it is like how quick can you do it, how like what's your strategy for it, and then do you get better at it, the replayability with it.
You can impose limitations. You must wear this costume. I mentioned the giant bomb hit miss, but that's what it was. Here's your weapon, here's your target, here's what you have to wear. That stuff is also fun. It's just a lot of individual elements that all kind of interact. I think everyone has probably seen a clip of a player throwing a briefcase and it kind of homes in on the person's head because it's not much of a shooter. It's more of a you chose this target and it's within acceptable range, so
I saw one level like recently. I don't know how old the level is. I don't know which one of the games it was in, but it was like at like a festival or like a racetrack or something, where there was like felt like 500 people like in the game, and it's like that's pretty like crazy. Like just like how much it's come a long way since when I remember when we were younger, where it'd be like, yeah, you're in a secret base or something, or like a building where it's 2 floors, but there's maybe only like 20 dudes, but like it always looked kind of hard to me. Like I don't know if I would have be the best at it, or have maybe the patience to like not want to just shoot some dudes and just get kind of rough house it a little bit, but I've always I always thought the games seemed to be cool. I haven't personally, like I said, purchased one and played it, but it's one of those games that like I get why they're popular and it seems cool.
Well, maybe one day we'll do some Hitman content on the channel because I'm itching to play it. Awesome. All right. Well, let's talk about the movie. Again, this is my third pick, so I guess I'll go first here as we discuss the 2015 film Hitman Agent 47. I will say
one last thing. I'll say one last thing. Talk about me and Ethan watched the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The writer, one of the 2 writers, also wrote the 2007 film. So I think that was interesting. But this is considered a reboot. This isn't a sequel for David's sake. This isn't a sequel to that one.
Okay.
This is considered a reboot, but to the 2007 film. So it was almost 8 years later. But sorry, I just want to throw that out there.
8 years. That's crazy because the difference between 2007 and 2015, literal mathematical 8 years, feels much longer than that. But 8 years ago is 2018, and that feels like that was really recent. So I don't know. It's weird. Time COVID really like destroyed reality for a lot of people. I feel like
fast forwarded 3 years at least for me. I can say
we are more than halfway through the 2020s, and I feel like 2019. We watched Avengers Endgame was like yesterday.
It does feel like yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, Hitman Agent 47. I'll say this. I liked the movie decently enough. I thought it had a nice clean look to it. I have a couple little nitpick stuff here or there. Not knowing too much about Hitman lore, I don't know if there is, this lady who is more or less our actual protagonist of the film, or if this was an original creation for the film itself, because, a video game, Hitman, especially the modern ones, very video game in terms of what you're doing. But this is a very film, you know what I mean? You have to actually have more story. So I don't know if any of this stuff is new or not, but I thought a lot of that stuff was good enough, was fine. There was some moments where throughout the movie, I was a little bit confused as to where we were supposed to be going. And I understand they wanted you to have the mystery or the question of, is he actually trying to kill her dad? And if he was, is he still trying to kill her dad or not? You know, the ending kind of makes it seem like yes, but now he has changed maybe who he is a little bit. Or is he? Maybe it's not entirely certain. That stuff, I feel like that question, I don't think works to the film's favor, because this entire movie is trying to, its main point is like, oh yeah, you might think you're one specific way, but you can change. This guy has been genetically programmed to be one specific way, but you know, he can still choose his fate. Still having that be a question in the end, I think kind of dampens the point a little bit. I will say one more thing before I let you boys speak. And this might be a bit of a stretch, but stick with me here. You know, for a lot of these video game movies, we bring up the question of how much of the video game is in the movie, right? Because that is, you know, a part. It might not be necessary for a good movie to be a good movie, but as an adaptation on a video game, that is still a question. What are they pulling from the video games? How much does it feel like the video games, etc.? And I think that the whole kind of through line of her anticipating ahead, being able to see ahead, the whole thing with the cameras and the airport lobby makes this the most video game movie that might have seen thus far, because she is literally experiencing what the player has access to when playing a video game. You do get to see a mini map. You do get to see, you know, the cone of visions for cameras, and you do get to actually kind of match the pace with other pedestrians and whatnot in a way that doesn't seem like, why is this lady walking backwards on the people mover? Why, like, there's none of that gets called into question, and it is kind of the omniscience of a perspective that a video game gives the player in Hitman and in other video games. I realized that kind of late in the movie. I'm like, oh, this is probably unintentional, but in a way, very video game ass take on.
It's almost
on
like the replayability aspect of, like, you know, the cycles, you know, that like her clairvoyance is more of like the replay of the player playing a Hitman level, where it's like, all right, I failed last time when I went left in the car,
but now I know the pattern, and
I go straight through it, the glass. Like, that was the one kind of big part that towards the end of the movie there, like, that clairvoyance was like, which way do we go? And you go forward instead of left or right, for example. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could go on, but I would love to hear what David has to say about Hitman Agent 47.
I feel like I guess I'm surprised you're not giving it more accolades. I don't know if you're trying to reverse psychology me, but I really liked this movie.
I'm not trying to manipulate anyone, but subscribe to the channel.
Or don't, you know, whatever.
No, I would like you to subscribe.
So I mean, I just thought this was overall good. I was just maybe coming off of, I watched, you know, Red Faction right before. I watched Red Faction, got dinner, and then watched this. So maybe it was like the contrast between those. But I thought this was fun. I was surprised. I thought when you said this was a 2015 movie, I thought you were going to say it was like 2023. I mean, to me, it felt like a John Wick movie to a lesser level. Obviously, I'm not. It's like John Wick is like, you know, S tier in real movies. This is lower than that, but I thought it was fun. I think I agree with you. We talk a lot about movies being embarrassed to be a video game movie, and I don't think this has that at all. It really faithfully like plays to the video game. Like, every time they did something, I was like, oh yeah, that's like in the video game. Like, he wears the costumes. He wears the costume, but then one of the, you know, elite of another, you know, group recognizes him, right? He takes his costume, you know, kills him, takes his costume. Like, that's all stuff that's in the game. And I was like, wow, that's, I mean, they did a good job of not making it feel gimmicky, even though they were being true to the video game. Obviously the costumes that they wore, I mean, his suit and pistols and stuff, iconic to the video game. I think they did a great job of that. I was thinking, I guess I didn't really know what was happening with her at first, if she was like had some superpower, and then I mean she sort of does in a way. I guess I didn't see it as clairvoyance. I saw it, and I didn't connect this while I was watching it, but when you brought it up, you have like Assassin's Creed has the eagle vision or something. Like I'm pretty sure we just played Assassin's Creed, me and you, Ethan. So, but I'm pretty sure this game also has a eagle vision-esque thing where you can listen through walls. And that's what I kind of am taking away from that. It's less clairvoyance and more just like heightened, and they literally say it right, like heightened perception and hearing.
Yeah, it just felt like
as the player has as when playing the video game, you see more than the literal point of view of the person. Yeah. So it's ultimately however you want to phrase it. That is, we're all kind of talking the same thing. I just to jump in real quick though. You described how faithful they were to his outfit and all that. I will say one thing. My man doesn't have a shaved head. He's bald. Bick his head. Come on, what's going on here? Did they just find that annoying? They're like, you know what? It's fine. You can just have the stubble on your head. He has a shiny bald head. He does not have a shaved head.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. I didn't feel...
Timothy Olyphant in the 2007 movie, if I remember correctly, he went bald.
So I think the reason they might have done that is because Agent 48 at the end, he's bald, right? And so that was that was literally the distinguishing factor, is like this guy is shaved and that guy's bald. You know what I mean? But that's what I noticed at least.
Hair length is
that can be more symbolic.
The hair length could be because she had long hair and she was all like, I don't want to be involved in this. So the less hair you have, actually, the better of a hitman, the less emotions you have.
We're joking, but symbolically, yes, Agent 48 there at the end, clearly we could just robotic. Immediately tell stuck within that, and 47 has broken free and has become more independent. He made a choice at the end there. I guess that's fair. I didn't really
I'm going to Cancun. Fuck, I made enough money. I'm actually retiring.
And this movie did sequel tease. I don't really know what it was sequel teasing, but it sequel teased. Sorry, go on, David. Finish your thought.
The last point I'll make before Devin is, I sort of liked that we didn't really know what was going on all the time. Like I thought at the beginning, right, like Agent 47 was going to be the bad guy. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like he is really the bad guy in this. And then it's revealed he's not. And then you're kind of like, oh, but he's still pretty cold. So maybe he is just trying to get closer. And I think at the end, I don't think he called it in as a confirmed kill, but I think he did that to stay more in the good graces, right, of like the controlling entity that he takes contracts from, and not that I don't think he intentionally killed that guy. I think he gave him that inhaler as an option. And I think it was, whether it was like him killing him, or more so like,
because I think if he had the chance, he would have killed that guy. Yeah, like I think it was a backup plan.
Well, also remember too, we were told that her father, who he gives the inhaler to, is what David's saying, is like stage 3 lung cancer. Homie's gonna die soon anyway.
Right.
And like it worked out. Like, hey, you get to actually be. It's not Hitman. It's not Agent 47 that is killing the bad guy at the end. It is the dad is choosing to do that. Roundabout way, it is Agent 47 doing that, but I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, David. It's just like in like that kind of late second act, it was a little bit confusing to me in a way that I just didn't personally, I guess, parse. But maybe that's just a me problem. Not everything is, but sometimes.
And I said that was the last thing, but one more thing that you brought to mind.
Well, Devin doesn't get a turn. It's just a you and me thing right now.
It'll go back to you. I think they did going back to doing a good job copying the movie. I think like a big thing in the games is killing them in like a quote unquote natural way, right? Like, oh, this chandelier just happened to fall on them, and like that was sort of in a like an indirect kill, right? He set that up, time ahead, and so I think they just did a good job of being faithful.
The opening also shows that it's a lot of press a button,
Yes.
a thing happens, which is what you do in those games, to my understanding. Devin, I guess you get a turn. What did you think about the movie?
I'll say I found the first half, maybe the first 2/3 ish, really solid. Like I really enjoyed it on just like a movie aspect, video game movie scale aside. I agree with David that there's, John Wick, I think the first one came out in 2013, 2014, I think, and maybe the second one was out by now. And even the first John Wick was a lot more grounded. It was more of a traditional action movie, where they did have some gung fu in there, but like it wasn't to the level at which people remember it
October 24th, 2014, John Wick.
Okay, so I guess it's around the same time. But like it did have that. I could see them maybe pulling a little bit from that. But the first John Wick isn't as crazy as like the third and fourth movie is, where they really just go insane with it. But there's a lot of elements of that, and I enjoy those movies. And obviously, there's a lot of movies that have done what John Wick has done before, but maybe they're not Western movies. So I just want to give credit to those movies first, as well. I'll say, the first half I actually really enjoyed, because this movie was basically Terminator in the first half of this movie. I thought the Hitman, him just eventually getting closer and closer, and even what's his name there, who winds up being.
You mean
there's one part,
the guy from Heroes and Spock in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies?
Zachary Quinto, who wind up being in like another Terminator aspect, where he literally is made of basically metal.
The T-1000.
I guess. He's the T-1000. But even the recipe's the same, where a guy who knows what's happening is here to help someone who isn't aware of what's happening fully. And obviously it's just a little bit different because she has the heightened spider sense, so to speak, knowing what's around the corners or what might possibly is happening. I really, like I said, I like the Terminator aspect, and I found that way more interesting once they started switching sides. And I did not like him being the T-1000 of, he's even more enhanced. It just was like, I just thought that was a little too silly. Maybe that's a thing in the Hitman games. I'm not sure. I just think like Hitman feels way more like, some of the stuff of how they're killing people is a little over the top and wouldn't be realistic, but it still feels a little bit more grounded versus like, we created a dude who's a metal man but like isn't metal looking or whatever. It just felt like a kind of a jump, like of where we were. It just felt like a kind of a jump. So I didn't really enjoy his aspect. I liked him more of his as like, all right, he can handle his own with guns and stuff, and maybe he can at least delay the Hitman, but like the Hitman is the Terminator. He's no rush. I mean, the one scene where the car is going through, and he's on the roof with the sniper, and he like times the shot and almost gets him. I think that to me was like, oh shit, like this guy, even if you think you're far away and you're driving away, he could maybe be at a freaking building somewhere and can dome you. And I think that's made him scary.
Yeah.
And so once we switched it to Agent, and I had a feeling it was going to happen just because I'm like of what David has said is like, and even Ethan brought up too, of just like, oh, Hitman's not necessarily a bad guy, in the sense of the games. You kind of think of him at most, if you think about it deeply enough, he's an anti-hero. Maybe he's killing bad guys like who are doing, I don't know, slavery or something in an African country or something. Like, what I mean? Like, you feel like you get context clues that like, oh, you're killing bad people. So I had a feeling that like they couldn't have made like Agent 47 in this movie like a literal Terminator who is coming to like they set it up too much to where it's like you are cheering for Hannah there, Hannah Ware plays Katie there, or Kataya, I don't remember her name.
Katya.
Katya. Like you're supposed to feel bad for her, but I wouldn't have mind. I'll say, like video game aside, I wouldn't have mind if the movie took the Terminator route to its conclusion, where she unlocks her powers in some way, maybe or something, and we defeat Agent 47. Like Agent 47 is bad in the sense that like his sole goal is to do his job. Like maybe you have it be find out that she's like, I am tied to like some messed up shit and that sucks, and but I really enjoyed the first two half. The stunts were cool. Some of the car chase stuff was cool. But then there was a couple parts where it did feel a little sloppy in some areas, where like some guys felt like they were hanging around waiting to get involved in the fight when they had guns and stuff, and then like, but that's me being picky with some of the things. When I feel like we're talking about John Wick, it always felt like, at least how it was shot and whatnot, they were actively trying. He would get grouped up on and he'd find a way out of it. When this felt a little bit more video gamey, I guess, where it's like, I don't want to shoot, or I don't want to get involved.
Lining up a shot.
Yeah. But yeah, the second half, the reason I didn't like it, just I agree with Ethan, where it just kind of got a little like, who is he trying to kill now? And like they tried to like share that at the end of the movie, like they're like, oh, you were always trying to kill my father or something like that, or whatever. I don't remember what it was, but like it got kind of confusing at the end, and sides are playing different ways, and I think they tried to make it, it's like the whole like corruption thing. It's like, oh, he's getting paid off too, like everyone's in on it, like kind of thing. And I was kind of bummed about the big fight between our T-1000 and T-100 was over kind of too quick, and he shows him getting electrocuted or something, but then it cuts away, and I just thought that was kind of lame. Like
they cut to the entire building losing power as a way to show like the intensity and severity, but I would have just have a mannequin, a burnt to a crisp mannequin on the floor afterwards, something to show that homie's dead, because I mean, what if he's still alive? Like they could always.
And they did with sometimes the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, but
and they did the mid-credit.
Who was that?
That was the guy. That was him at the end after he got fried. That he's still alive.
Oh, I thought that was the CEO. Literally, no. Like I didn't know.
No. That was the dude getting fried. But like, I think that's why they didn't show it, because
well then
we're gonna bring him back. But it's also like I didn't really care for. Like I felt he was way more interesting as if he was just a regular human trying to actually help help our girl there, Katya. So like Katya.
I know you red-blooded Americans hate Eastern European names.
Yeah. But comparing this to the first movie, though, I was going to say, comparing this to first movie, I don't really remember too much, except that there also was a subway scene that we also got in this movie.
There was a subway train fight. Yeah, that was, I
don't remember,
was pretty good.
I don't even remember what we ranked the other one offhand, but
David mentioned we ranked it last episode. I forget.
We ranked it lower.
I think it was a D.
Was it a D?
I remember it being low, and I was like, oh, wow.
Let's find out right now. Let's find out right now. No, why is that up there?
But my main point is that like I didn't really remember the first movie as much, but this one at least felt memorable in a bunch of spots, and I do think, despite my issues with the later half of the movie, where it just kind of,
we gave Hitman a D, the 2007 film,
where the movie kind of slowed down and like it got a little confusing, and it was cool to finally meet the father, but like in the cast, by the way, like a lot of these guys have been in a lot of stuff I've like as well. Thomas Kretschmann there, who's the chairman there of the syndicate or whatever, like he's been in King Kong, and he was in Marvel as well as one of the Hydra dudes. But I feel like I'm rambling a bit, but overall I like the first half the most, because it did feel like Agent 47 was that guy, and him being more of a Terminator I thought was actually kind of scary, and I thought, I'm like, man, if the whole movie was like this, I'm about to give this movie like a high ranking, because I thought it was kind of cool that they took the Terminator idea and enhanced it with her being somehow involved in some way, and I was like waiting for that, and then it wound up being like, all right, she was there. Yeah, she was there too, which is fine, but like it just wasn't as like I guess appetizing to me at the end. Like I didn't feel like it was really like, all right, that's cool that she knows this, but like
it kind of peaked at like him escaping with the sniper rifle bullet. I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
If he can do that, they're fucked.
Yeah,
yeah.
I did also think the Terminator angle too at the beginning there with it's just him. You will not be able to run from him. He will still find you. He found her hotel room. He finds like he will just find you eventually. It doesn't matter. And I like that angle too. And yeah, if this movie was always that, even if like you have that role reversal and it is John there, Spock from Star Trek, doing that to them, that still would be interesting as well. But the fact that there needed to still be the search for the father and take out the CEO does muddy it up a bit for me. And now, to be clear, I did like at the end when he caused the kill confirmed, because he had two targets. You know what I mean? It was the CEO and also her dad still. He chose to not even mention the dad because he's still, like, there's still a bit of a moral clarity on...
I thought it was her dad and her.
No, the two targets was the CEO and the father.
I thought it was the father and her because I thought at the end...
that's why he threw it over. He
threw it over because they asked her, "Did you kill the other target, her?" And he didn't answer, and he threw it away. That's how I thought it happened.
Because that's like his company, right, is trying to stop that knowledge from getting out and control the only assassins.
And basically, he was using her to get to him because he knew that only she would know where he is, and that's why he waited, as opposed to killing her right away. I think it was his logic, and that's also
he still then on a personal level did want the CEO to die to stop more of him being, because he's got. And that's why he said
you have an out now. Like they won't know you exist if you just lay low the rest of your life, basically.
Wow. Okay. I guess
that's
I
also
misread that.
And also that was like, and I didn't like this, by the way. This is my one other issue with the ending of this movie is that like we all, we aren't destined to be what we're made to be. Like. It just felt a little cheesy for a Hitman movie of just like, and I get like they want to add.
What
some
else are they going to do with that guy? I
guess. But like that was his whole thing was like at the end he's like, oh, I made a choice. I think that's why Agent 48 was there because I think his company knew that he was lying and they're sending him to get taken out. Sure. Both of them to get taken out. So I didn't like that he had like this like moral clarity, I guess. I just really liked him in the beginning of the movie where I'm like, no, I like that he's like, nah, I'm no bullshit. I sleep like a monster, sitting basically. Up and I
with
eat,
my guns next
shit.
To me. I was actually surprised that she was able to take the guns while he was sleeping. I just assumed that would not be. I assumed the joke was she was going to try and then he was going to wake up and say something.
Also, she went bathing out in the pool, and I was just like,
"What was the purpose of that?" It was just like just a sexy girl.
A scene
because we barely see her swimming. I was in the impression they cut a lot of that stuff out. I bet there was more. I bet there was even a conversation the two of them have that they cut, just based off the fact that they put her. It just felt like seconds.
We have to be down. We have to be like on the down low. We don't want to be seen. We know that they could snipe from anywhere, and it's like, let me go. Sorry, I just really need to get this. Pool. I need to get this swimming. I really need this. I'm really stressed out right now.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So I just thought that was a funny. Yeah, it did feel very much like what David's saying. We have an opportunity to just show a little skin, as opposed to like it didn't make sense. It's like, no, I am hiding in the bathroom. I'm locking the door. I am sleeping with a bazooka.
Like that forever, Devin. Come on, live a little. You have an opportunity.
Like I'm just not going outside.
To swim on a roof pool.
I'm staying away from the windows. I'm hiding in the bathroom closet or whatever.
And then knock, Devin. There's no windows for you to jump out.
Well, if I know Mr. Hitman, Mr. Terminator got my back, at least I'm protected behind this. I'm treating it like it's a tornado warning. Like I said, I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the tub.
There's a time and a place you can wait a couple months when all this calms down to take a swim.
But that's when you're most vulnerable.
Maybe on your deserted island that you live on, but
anyway.
But yeah, it was a funny random. I was like, why is she swimming?
Yeah. I was under the impression that there was a longer cut. Like they cut a lot of that out. Okay. I'm trying to think of anything else personally that hasn't been brought up. What about you guys? Is there anything else that we haven't talked about yet that you want to mention?
The only two things I wrote down in my notes were vibes are good immediately. I wrote, seems like she has superpowers? ?
Okay, I think you covered
those are the
both
only
of
two
those.
things. And then
Also, this happens in 48 hours. They mentioned at the beginning, but did not feel like 48 hours. It felt more like a week, but I don't know.
Well, that's what happens when there's a lot of moving around. It can you lose track of time that way.
Especially traveling to Singapore.
Yeah, Salzburg, Austria mentioned.
They were in Berlin, right? Because she was in Berlin looking for.
She was in Berlin. Then they go to Singapore. They start in Salzburg, Austria. They start in Salzburg, Austria, one of my favorite towns. I know that town in the back of my hand. I was unironically trying to be like, what street is that? I feel like I should know what street that is. But the one funny thing that also I wanted to bring up was the U.S. Embassy where they run there. And they're like looking, they're staring, a hitman staring them down, right? They're like, what's he going to do? And so he shoots a gun, which I feel like in a real embassy, they'd be like, they're not taking any. If they hear a gunshot, they're just blasting those guys.
Right.
I just thought that was funny. He's
that was pretty wild.
And it's a sniper rifle. That's a high caliber weapon. That was very loud too. It's not like your dinky little. You know what I mean?
Because they walk up to, they're like, who are these two people? And then like, oh, there's a guy down there. If you hear a gunshot, I'd be like, nah, dude.
Oh, you're talking about that part. Yeah.
Because they go like, they
who
wanted
are these
to get
crazy people.
Yeah. Just walked up and shot a gun up in the sky, but in point blank. I don't know if I'm surprised they weren't like, it wasn't. I thought he was going to start a firefight, and they're like, no, he's getting arrested. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was also very Terminator. The first Terminator movie, they go to the cops there, and they're in the office, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's where your "I'll be back" scene comes from.
Yeah, and he just starts mowing down all the cops to get
Terminator's
to them.
pretty based. Think about Terminator 2. The one kid saves the entire human race by knowing
not
don't fucking talk to cops.
Oh my God. I really did think that sniper rifle scene where it's going through the X-ray, the guard's like, "What the fuck?" I thought that was gonna end. I thought like when he raised his hands, he was gonna just take him out. But so I was kind of surprised he got arrested and then. Like what's the point? What's the benefit in getting arrested, and why not? If you're just gonna start blasting,
this movie definitely has a gold tinted glasses for U.S. embassies. I feel like they, especially in other countries, they just would not.
Never
play
heard
those
that phrase
games
before. Gold tinted glasses.
What's the word?
Rose tinted glasses. Look nostalgically on something, but. Yeah, well, I think of it him probably being like, how am I going to get in this building? I need to get in somehow, and I got to bring my shit.
Just be like, there's a dude trying to kill us. Shoot him.
Right. And then he shows up with the guns. Just kill this guy. You know. What I mean?
Yeah, I've been like, yo, that guy's trying to kill us. We're American citizens.
Last movie review, I mentioned how I got this stupid habit where like I try to insert what I would actually do when. Like a main character is talking to some side character, if I'm the side character or whatever. And for this one, when he's in the interrogation room and the sniper rifle's on the table pointed at him, and he intimidates the U.S. Embassy ambassador. I guess that guy was the ambassador, right? Or at least the guy in charge of protecting that building. He's in charge to some degree there. And Agent 47's asking him, do you have... a wife and two kids. My stupid brain's got some stupid joke in there. If I was that guy, to be like, no, I just got one kid. Something really dumb. I don't know. It's just I'm broken, man. I'm broken.
I want another scene a redo of that scene where he sees the tattoo and he assumes, and he's like, "Oh, that's from my tattoo. I know you saw it." just like cuts. Like, no, you're bullshitting.
Yeah,
you don't know jack shit.
Right.
Or he's like. Or he actually does guess it and he's just wrong. And he keeps going. He's like, it's like the fortune teller, like trying to guess, like, oh, Ethan, you recently got into hats. You bought a hat recently. And it's like, how did she know?
Because I'm wearing one.
Recently, you've been trying to cover something up.
Yeah, just something trying to.
Hats.
So,
actually,
like, be like, oh, you have a kid and a family, right? Well, I have two kids. Right. Yeah, I could get them. I could get them. Like, I want a whole, like, he's just bullshitting, like, clearly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't have any kids, but you have two cats.
Speaking about covering up the head, I'm surprised there was never any joke about the barcode in the sense of someone being like, "What's that on the back of your head?" Like when they're in the elevator and the kid who he gives the knife to, which is kind of awesome. Granted that he might need that inhaler to live. So I don't know. I'm surprised. Like that would have been the time where you
we
make
need
a
someone
joke
to
of
have been like, it could have been something funny, like, or not like him getting his cover blown, but more of just being like, some dude's like with a bunch of tattoos is like, yo, nice tat.
sure,
The back
sure,
like just
sure.
something like that.
We say this being like, oh, they should do it, but like we know for a fact we've seen plenty of movies where that very obvious thing is done where we roll our eyes. So I guess I don't really know.
There was enough comedic moments in this where, but didn't like, it wasn't over the top. There was some like, I think decently like, and I think that's what the Hitman games are. Like there's some almost Looney Tunes humor sometimes of how people are killed, and I feel like in this they didn't really do that. They definitely kept it more grounded.
It was all
and
pretty
more,
brutal.
Yeah,
more John Wick level stuff. But John Wick, some of the stuff is funny. There, he does kill a dude with a pencil or whatever, or maybe that was that the Bourne movies? He kills a dude with the pen.
That was
I think.
I've never seen the Bourne movies, so I do remember a pencil killing, or like the library book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like stuff like that where could be comedic because it is a little absurd. But we didn't get any like the chandelier falling on someone or him dressed up as a chicken mascot killing someone. I've seen clips of that, So I think the humor and like the pace was pretty good. Like I said, where I think it got a little too cheesy was like when we're talking about we're not what we're born to be or whatever. Like we all can change. It just was like, okay, like, but this guy's supposed to be literally programmed to kill people. Like it's like even the Terminator in the Terminator movies, it was like he only changes because he knew that made John Connor a little bit more comfortable around him because he knew that his mom, who everyone thought was crazy, was right, and like that is scary as hell to be like, oh, the world's on your shoulders, by the way, and there is a dude who is trying to come kill you. But I'll try to smile and have fun. Like that's why T2 is so good, because it humanized
Sure.
They did such a good job of balancing a humanization of a actual killing machine.
Well, yeah, because you have a kid with him around a lot, and the kid is gonna say, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. And I will say some of the humor in this movie helped to kind of humanize, to show that Agent 47 isn't too robotic. You know what I mean? He himself makes a couple jokes or has an aside here where, I appreciate that for sure. Well, I guess we better go ahead and rank this movie, boys. Why don't I hop over
I'm interested
here?
to see what you're going to.
I will say, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about it.
Sure.
Like I said, it's been tough. Like I don't know, I still don't know where I am. So I think this one might be a little bit more of a debate.
You are at home.
Yes.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope the Hitman doesn't get. That's too much knowledge. The Hitman's gonna come after me. I'm at home, and it's
the
sunny outside.
GeoGuessr guy actually is a Hitman.
I actually thought I forgot to mention that he was like they were like scanning like all the possibilities. I'm like, that's fucking Rainbolt, the GeoGuessr guy. Like this is why he can't be. If the government ever gets him, it's so over, bro. He is actually superhuman.
Well, folks, here is that draft pick list here that I mentioned earlier. You can see we have had our second pick done. We are starting round 3 here with Hitman Agent 47. There are points at the bottom of the screen. There are letters next to the movies we've ranked. What does this mean? Devin is here to give moral support to David, who is going to tell us what this means. And while we play a little video showing what all of these are. No, I'm just kidding. It is Devin. Devin, go. 3, 2, 1.
Here at the Sonic Movie Show, we rank video game movies on a video game movie scale. And it's S through F. Kind of like, your favorite Sega games or Sonic, right? You can get an S rank at the end of the levels. It's really fun and exciting. But yeah, we have a S through F scale for our video game movies. So we have a video game movie curve. So potentially a 5-star movie for you, an S rank movie for you, a regular movie not outside of video games might be a little bit different, right? So we have the idea of what video game movies are, so we try to grade them on those curves. So here with S, we have the special ones. I think David said something about being sexy or something last time. It was weird.
Super sexy, spectacular.
Super Sexy Spectacular. We have Detective Pikachu. They're never making a sequel to that. Gran Turismo, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Tetris. Those are ones that are not just great, but have that special something to it that makes it really memorable, and we highly recommend those. But we also have A tier, which is another set of video game movies that we would recommend because they are usually great. Mortal Kombat 2021, Neko Atsume House, Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, a surprising one last year, Rampage, Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one there, and the Sonic Mario Brothers, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. Do you remember which one's which? Tomb Raider and Uncharted. Then we get to B, which is more good than bad. You have Dead Space, Downfall, DOA, Dead or Alive. Damn, we need to rewatch that one. I've been thinking about it. Every time we do this, I'm like, damn, that movie, maybe that's S. Maybe we have to bump that up to S one day. Who knows? Resident Evil, the first one, The Original Damnation, the second, Silent Hill, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is in there, the Mortal Kombat 1995 one's in there. More good than bad, and usually maybe somewhat faithful to video game that it's based off of. C is where a lot of our movies fall. This is movies that we often describe as fine. You know, it's fine. You know, maybe it doesn't blow the barn doors off. We have movies like Angry Birds, which surprised us was on there. We have Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Remember that? Hell yeah. Max Payne from last season is on there as well. Corpse Party. Oni Chambara, the movie, is on there. And then a bunch of the Resident Evil movies because they're well made, but the plot keeps changing every movie you thought it would be. But yeah, most of our movies fall here, so it's kind of where the bell curves. Like I said, fine is how we often describe these ones. And so a lot of them fall in here. But then we start to get into our next rank. As you can see, this list is really long for C. If you're watching the video version, this is... Oh, thank you. Now we're on to D, where it's the opposite of B. It's the kind of reverse, where it's more bad than good. There might be some stuff we like, but for the most part, there's a lot of things we don't like. And it could be both from how the movie is structured or made. It could be the story itself. It could be it's a shame to be a video game movie. We've seen that. A lot of those movies fall in here, and so they try to be something else. We have movies like Fatal Fury, Legend of the Hungry Wolf, Doom, Assassin's Creed. Very boring. Also boring also usually falls in here. Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, Resident Evil Afterlife. Super Mario Brothers, The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, and then Warcraft is in there. And then we get to E, which is where our bad movies fall. This is where there's nothing really redeemable out of it, nothing that we have nice to say, even if we tried our best. There's just nothing. Movies we highly don't recommend watching from our video game movies. In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale. Maybe you watch that because you want to feel secondhand embarrassment. If Mortal Kombat Annihilation, King of Fighters. But yeah, we haven't had too many movies fall in there, but they are bad. We do not recommend those by any means. Then we have F, which is the movie that should not be named, made by Uwe Boll, who we will be watching movies of this year. Yeah, we do have Postal. I'll name it. I'll say it. It is a movie you shouldn't even pirate. All right, you shouldn't even think it should have been burned. You know how like films were lost in the 20s from like fires for some reason? I don't know why that's like so many movies were lost in fires. Postal should have been in that, and it should never have happened. But folks, that is our S rank video game movie scale in a nutshell. We've ranked over 60 something movies at this point. I've lost count. We've seen a lot of them. But we'll see where we're going to rank Agent 47 today, our second Hitman movie, but not the sequel.
Okay. Those tiers give points. Those points are on the screen here. It's a very linear line. F gives
fantasy.
0. Yes. And S gives 6 points. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the line there. Pretty simple.
F we should just make negative 100, but there's a chance we might have some this year, so
it's possible.
That wouldn't be
I don't want it to be an instant loss, especially since like the ones we think might be or ones we had to pick, they had to be on there. So that's just saying you will lose no matter what.
Yeah.
So but yeah, anyway, we have points at the bottom of the screen. I am currently in the lead, but not by too much. It is still anybody's game. There are still 4 movies for each of us. So let's give Agent 47, Hitman Agent 47, a letter grade. We're each going to go around and pitch what we think it should be, and because it is my film, I will go first. So, I talked about how I like this movie decently enough. I thought it was a nice, clean look, and all of that. So I'm not going to belabor the point here. I'm going to say mine is B. I think this movie has more good than bad going on for it, and this is a movie I'd be like, hey man, yeah, you should check out this movie. Even if you haven't played the games, this is a good movie. This is certainly a good airplane movie, a good Netflix movie.
Airplane movie is a great way to do it.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be a banger airplane movie.
Yeah, B for banger. There we go. That's mine. How about you, David?
As much as I don't want you to score more points, I was honestly thinking A for this. I really enjoyed it. Like, I wouldn't have any problem telling someone who doesn't even care about like video game movies, hey, like you should watch this movie. It's pretty good. Like I would genuinely like encourage people to watch it. I didn't hear anything about this movie. I thought it was going to be bad, and I thought that I had heard it was bad, but maybe that was the first Hitman movie I was hearing about. Because it was pretty good. I mean, it was enjoyable. I mean, yes, it's not like, a crazy good movie like the other one I completely blanking on, John Wick. But it's fun enough, good enough. Everything I felt was like solid. But I didn't really have the gripes that you guys had with the story. I thought it was all like, yeah, I mean, it was just good. So I'm going to say A.
Okay. Devin? Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the first half I really, really enjoyed for even like on a regular movie scale. I liked the Terminator style story. I liked our Hitman here and how he was presented. And then it got a little cheesy, and I don't know if I loved how it finished. I get like Hitman's 2 steps ahead, and he has some sense of humility at the end. And I don't know if I actually liked that just because of how cool he was at the beginning, and like a more of an evil force than a neutral. Maybe I'm okay. I have soft spots for some people. Like, I don't know. It just kind of, I get their intent behind it. They also didn't want to make it. If you watch this and they did stick with that, like you play the Hitman games, you're like, oh, I'm a bad guy. Like, I don't know if they necessarily want that from a brand perspective. But yeah, going in, like I said, I think it would have been, I would have maybe even argued for an S if it stuck to the premise of what it was. Like I said, of the Hitman's constantly chasing, and it's more about that. That's just, I guess like a personal taste thing, but I feel like it was decent throughout, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I really did have a lot of fun with it, more than other movies we've watched this season and others. So I was leaning towards either low A or high B, but the fact that I just don't think it stuck its landing fully kind of knocks it down for B for me, but I'm still going back and forth. I'm trying to remember like what other movies are in these scales, and did I enjoy that one more or not? And I think the A ones, we have no criticisms of typically. The only thing we maybe critique of is like, man, it had the potential to get to S. Like what makes it get to that level. But I also agree with David where it's like I would maybe recommend this to someone who enjoys these style of movies. But I think where a movie like John Wick and whatnot succeed is it kind of sticks to its core idea of just like, all right, this guy is a trained killer. That's what he knows. And he's not going to change that. When it feels like at the end, Hitman has a soft spot all of a sudden when he's brutally killed at least 50 people in this movie who also could have had a life that they didn't necessarily want to choose. You know what I mean? It kind of, the message at the end just doesn't really resonate with me, and I think kind of just dampens what this movie could have been. I think I'm going to stick with B just because I think it's more good than bad. Maybe it's more like not that 60-40 typically for me. Maybe it's more like an 80-20, but I think it's the last half of the last half of this. It's a good hamburger. It's a good movie to watch on an airplane. Like when I would recommend, no, you watch John Wick 4 in the theaters. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with a B. It's tough. I want to I was trying to argue for an A. It's
Still
just
can.
I just think that the A movies are just a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's just hard. But I also see where David's coming from 110%. I think the good is really good in this, but like I said, it's the kind of weird ending and the mid-credit scene supposed to matter to me. I don't really care.
I didn't even see the mid-credit scene because this was on late. I was like watching it after dinner, so I shut it off after. So I didn't know about that. So maybe
can I mention my thing with the credits? I'm watching this movie. I texted this to Devin. I took a screenshot and everything. I'm not going to bother showing it because I don't want to have to go through the effort. But we get to the credits, and it begins with cast, and it says cast, parentheses, alphabetical order, and then proceeds to not have the cast in the alphabetical order. I'm looking like, yeah, the characters are not in alphabetical order. The actors, I'm looking as we start with Angel Baby, I think was the woman's name or whatever she's going by, Angel Baby. But then no, and then I'm seeing all these letters, and it took me forever to realize because I literally mulled on this. I took a screenshot of this. No, it was sorted by last names, and I felt like such an idiot. I was gonna make such a big deal out of the fact that they said it was ordered by alphabet, and it wasn't. And now my point's over. I hope you enjoyed this funny little humorous thing. Please like and subscribe. It sounds like we're saying B.
Yeah, it's B.
Yeah.
Okay, it's B. I'll put that up as B.
Like I said, this was a really tough one. I mean, I'd rather it be tough like this, but if you go to the A movies, it's just it is.
Yeah, I get
those are great. When I think this is
just
good.
solid all the way through.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I was with it. I obviously mentioned B.
This is a high B. If we're doing the tier within the tier, for me, it's a high B. It's one of the better B ones we've seen. But like I said, it's this is 80-20 for me. Where to get into the A, it needs to be. A needs to be, 90-10, maybe 95. You know what I mean? Where the gripes are more just whatever. When I did have problems with the ending of this movie, genuinely. So I think if it stuck its landing, and even if with the switch and the switching of the roles of who's protecting her happened,
I think they just didn't play around with the morality of him and just kept it as the girl, she doesn't have to be
let her make that decision
and just leave it at that.
That's fine. Yeah,
right. I agree.
And it gives her a little bit more agency as well because she is outsmarting someone then. You know what I mean? Despite having a disadvantage by having more.
Or you could still have him change a little bit, but without. It felt just a little him. It felt like at the end he's yeah, you're right, by the way, and I really am changing now. I'm gonna, like I said, I joked that he should go now he's on vacation in Cancun somewhere enjoying the bet. It's
a Mai Tai.
Yeah. It's just it just felt a little weird where I'm no, bro, you were killing dudes.
You're still bad.
You don't just walk away from that. You just don't.
Well, who's to say he is going to go live the good life? I mean, we'll never know.
That's what I imagine. That's my mid-credit scene. I deleted it on my end, and
sure.
I put in him on the beach somewhere.
You modded
He's playing those games where you shoot little BBs at things.
But then the Terminator from was it Terminator? What was the one we saw, Ethan, where he does come out of the water at the beach there? It does Dark Fate. I want that Terminator to come out of the water.
Okay.
And
anyway,
he fights Hitman.
B gives me
Ethan's
4
done,
points. Okay. Ethan is done. I'm done because this movie is over. I've gotten 4 points, but that is not all. There's a decimal component to the scoring situation. Isn't that right, Devin?
Yeah,
I thought I got from you.
Yeah, Ethan. We have a decimal points here for our Rotten Tomatoes score. So basically we look at the popcorn meter, which isn't the tomato meter, which is what the critics review. This is what the general populace thinks about this movie. And I'll say this one does have 25,000 ratings, which is probably one of our higher ones. So but we got to remember this did come out in theaters and it didn't make it made double its budget. So you got to remember that this did come out in theaters. People do have thoughts on it. But yeah, we use the Rotten Tomato score as more of a fun way to both add a decimal point so we avoid tiebreakers in our little fantasy game here, but also just see, like, we like to look to see, do people agree with us? Are we higher or lower on the movie? Are we right there where everyone else is feeling on it? It's fun. It's fun to look at. But yeah, do you guys want to guess what the popcorn meter is for this movie out of 25,000 plus ratings?
Dang.
I'm gonna say 82.
Yeah,
Okay.
I also feel like it's gonna be high. But I think, man, this is after a John Wick, just after. So I'm gonna say 73.
Okay.
You both are still too high. This has a 40.
A 40? Really?
That's kind of
Yep.
crazy.
And then it has a 9% by the critics, and actually on the Wikipedia,
9%?
What?
Yes. And even on the
maybe
Wikipedia,
I did hear this was bad for some reason, but why?
yeah, because I even mentioned the Wikipedia that it says it was panned by critics even further than the original film, who took issue with the screenplay, visual effects, and lacking faithfulness to the source material. Although the action scene score and some performances were praised. Nevertheless, the film grossed $82.3 million. That's what it says on the Wikipedia. And I'm like,
whoever
and
said
also,
that, like, didn't play the games.
And then yeah, I was like looking at the director because it was like, yeah, unironically, I think on his Wikipedia it says Alexander Bach is a German film director best known for directing Hitman, Agent 47, which critics infamously bombed. Like, that's all he says on his Wikipedia, which is so mean.
That's sad.
And I feel bad now that he's doing AI shit, because it's like, man, if they just like gave him like an average 40 or 30, it's just being like, yeah, it was fine. Like, maybe I don't know. I hope he isn't compensating. But let's see what people said. We have critics reviewed. Here's one from 2019 to this day. It's like, why are you reviewing a movie in 2019? All right, save it for people like us.
It's our job.
That's our job. The only actor in this movie that I felt actually brought his A game was probably Rupert Fried, who played
Agent 47.
He was good as the character, but it was a boring character. You think another one said, also in 2019, you think a movie based on a video game would have more streamlined action sequences instead of a muddled shootouts here.
What?
Another one from 2015. Here we go. 2 out of 5. None of it makes any sense, is not a problem, but the failure to raise the temperature despite endless shootouts, punch-up, car chases is a fatal flaw.
Maybe we are approaching this movie wanting something different than a decade ago what people wanted from a movie like this, because what you just
some
described,
of these are from
like,
2020.
yeah, that's cool for a movie like this.
Any audience versed in even a meager sampling of the past decade's action movies will find nothing exceptional with this 2015 reboot. And like, I kind of agree. Like I said, some of the action sequences weren't like crazy. Like I said, John Wick does it better,
but they were well done.
But they were decent. Like, they were entertaining enough. If anything, I was like, when they were getting shoot with the spears, and I was like, oh, this is a Fast and Furious fucking
I thought I saw that
bit.
Shot. Hey, by the way, since this movie came out in 2015, that red Audi is basically the car I have because mine is a 2015. I was looking on the inside to see, like, does it look like mine on the inside?
Some audience reviews here. Agent 47, it's from May 28th. So recent. 4 out of 5. Agent 47 makes this movie so eye-catching. I love it. They have a little crush, maybe. Right. Then someone from September 17th. 5 stars. This is the best one I've ever read. Yeah, that's what I would have did.
Okay.
So there you have it.
That's a wild review.
That's up there with the Letterbox "This happened to my buddy Eric once" review that I love to quote all the time. Okay, yeah, that's what I would have done. Okay, well, that gives me 4.40 points, which brings me to 14.22.
Big money.
Solid lead. We'll see.
Ethan's crushing it with the. I mean, if you get B's, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, solid B's. They call me the triple B. Bad to the breaking bone. That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, that was fun. Glad we're able to review another video game movie here on the Sonic Movie Show. Now, we're not quite done yet. We always end one of these episodes with a game show. And I know after the roaring success of the last game show, which was like an either-or kind of, is it going to be this or that type of thing, people are probably expecting us to spice it up, to go something different.
Someone say spicy?
I did say spicy, but really just kind of reiterating what other people had wrote in to the show. But I'm glad that
they were talking about the red pepper flakes in my Italian red sauce.
Right, because you're 110% Italian. It makes up some of your DNA.
I'm glad you finally found a gimmick that works for you, David. 110% Italian. It's a great.
Are you eating on the program? Put that away.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for everyone's
I got
new
plenty of time. You're
favorite game. Here. This might be a longer one, guys. New favorite game show. Let this contract sink in. Now,
what?
I'm tired of doing freaking quiz shows. I'm tired of doing this or that. Let's kill a guy, all right? I think we need to go ahead and we need to kill a guy. So we need to give you guys some agent names. You two are going to compete to kill like a billionaire or something, someone really evil. So how about you'll be Agent 40 David and Agent 40 Devin. I think that'll work.
The underdog works too.
Now we need a target. What's a really good evil like billionaire name? How about Elton? Elton is a really good evil billionaire name. Let's kill a guy named Elton.
Elton John?
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe I feel a little bit bad there, but we're gonna kill a guy named Elton. Let's see. Elton, statistically, if he's a billionaire, probably male. Let's say he's aged 54. And what's an evil place he could be from? I think Nazi Germany is a little bit too on the nose, and if we say Israel, some people will be up our ass. So what's another place an evil person come from? How about South Africa? I think South Africa is a good place for an evil billionaire named Elton to come from. Now, what's his crime? Because we don't want to just kill someone for no reason, and most billionaires have committed evil sins. So what's this guy's recent evil sin? Let's say that he has defunded aid meant for third world countries, thus killing and endangering millions of people. That's what Elton's crime is. And here's a picture of him in case you guys need to see what Elton looks like here. Wow. And Elton lives in this fancy home here. It's one story. And I think here are all of you. David is going to be pink. Devin is going to be blue. Elton up there in the sunroom is going to be red. Oh, folks, if you're listening to this, please go to the YouTube video version of this episode. You're really going to want to watch this. So here is how this is going to work. These orange ones on the screen are guards.
So small.
Yeah, you're going to want to make this full screen.
Wait, there are two kitchens. Never mind. I guess they're kind of small, but the trophy room bigger than the kitchen that says everything.
It says a lot, that's for certain. And I may or may not have traced.
I mean, I have a big trophy room for this on my shoulders right now, I will say. But I still would like at least make the kitchen a little bigger.
I need to make something on my end bigger as well.
2 art rooms.
Hey, yo!
I didn't even know what you were talking about.
I got it in post here as I'm looking at something else.
I gotta make something else bigger.
That's not what I meant, but thanks. Okay, so here's how it works. Devin is blue, David is pink on the screen here, Elton is red, and there are 4 guards, but this is a dinner party. All right, so there are eventually going to be a dinner party. Dinner hasn't started yet, so there are plenty of guests around here. We're going to play this a little bit like a role-playing game in the fact that you two are both going to take turns, and I may or may not have had you bring a coin along for this very game show. You guys are each going to, on your turn, you get to move. You have one of those pressed pennies, that's your coin?
But no, I had a different one, but I'm using this one because I lost last time. This one's Ultraman.
Oh, that's pretty neat. David does have a coin with him, right?
I literally got rid of it because you said that's all we were using it for.
I never said that.
You were like, "Oh, this is all we're using it for."
I think last time when I had you flip, I said this isn't what I needed it for, but you might as well use it.
No, you said
okay.
run it back.
Uh-huh. Right.
I
Watch
got
the
it.
other
I,
episode.
I didn't pick it up from the
Okay.
ground since you said we only needed it once.
Okay.
So you
on
left it on the ground? Like, you didn't even,
Yeah.
just pick it up for the sake of picking it up?
No.
on your turn, you get to move a short distance. I would say I didn't really put a rubric on the screen, but I would say a distance that is kind of like, if you look at the parlor room there, you look at the southern wall of the parlor room, I would say about that is about the distance you could move in a single turn. Something like that. But we're going to play it a little bit loose. I'm not going to be super specific here. An earlier version may or may not have this be like nodes that you would have snapped to. But I like the way that we're going to do this, because I have the full ability here to kind of move you all individually how I like. Okay? Right here in OBS is a very weird way of going about it. Every time one of you both do your turns, maybe some things happen. Maybe stuff moves around. You can ask me what's going on, what you guys see, etc. You can also do one kind of thing. If you want to use your one thing to move more, you can do that. You each have with you 2 things. All right? You have 1 silver baller pistol that is silenced. It has 6 bullets in it. Okay? If you are, let's say, on David's end here, the distance between him and that guard, if he had a line of sight, I would say he can make that shot with a 50-50 chance, hence the coin. If he was closer, it would be guaranteed. You also have with you, the classic kind of cheese wire thing that they use, that he uses in the games and in this movie to choke a person out. So you have that as well. Now, you know that there are plenty of guests here that are around in this home for this dinner party. I did not put dots around, otherwise there would be too many. But because we're both outside on the grounds, you don't see inside quite yet, and we're going to begin. I will say the thick lines are walls of a house. The thinner lines we're outside on the grounds. And I would say the thinner lines you could see over those walls, but you could crouch down. You could get lower to be obfuscated if you wanted. Perhaps, if you wanted to hide a body, you could do that easily on the grounds themselves. And as far as windows go, I didn't draw any, but I would consider any of the walls to have windows on them. Then, there are windows on them.
Sure.
Any questions?
So you have the 6 bullets of the gun, and it's 50-50 no matter the range?
It's 50-50 unless you get close. If you're close enough, like if David was... And I'm only saying David because he has one that's closer to him. If David was like here, guaranteed.
Like an inch away or less ish.
Correct. Something like that.
Okay.
Any other questions? And the first person to kill Elton wins.
You have to get away or just kill him?
You just got to kill him.
Okay.
I don't want to make this too long. I think this is already going to be pretty long. All right. Since there are no further questions, I'm going to need you both to flip a coin to decide who goes first. I don't know. David will be heads, or I don't know how this works. One of you flip a coin.
Tails never fails.
Tails.
Tails.
Wow,
Okay.
we both got the same thing both times. Wow.
References. Okay. Devin will be going first. Again, it's pretty loose here how we're doing this. If you have any questions, obviously, feel free to ask about what you see and all of that. So, Devin, you are the blue circle right here.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my RPG and blast David from this distance so he can't play. Just kidding. I'm gonna.
Whoa.
Can I go to that wall that is furthest in front of me?
Are you
Like
talking about
the dark wall, like
this
here?
wall here?
Yeah,
I would say with that distance, yes, you can get up there. What you see inside is you see you're kind of to your right, window into a kitchen. There are some people prepping some salads, and then there is just kind of like an empty-ish hallway in front of you, kind of towards the left a little bit, and you can see an entryway to the dining room there. There's some paintings up on the wall, but no one is inside this kind of hallway here.
Okay, I'm gonna be ready to take out maybe the guard if he gets close.
Okay, so you're waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay,
I don't want to go in the kitchen when there's people in there. I don't want to mess up their vibes.
All right, and both of you
I'm
are
not a
dressed like
disruptor.
Agent 47 for what it's worth.
Right.
I'm not a disruptor, so I
Okay.
don't want to disrupt.
Okay, David.
Do I want to play this how Ethan wants me to play it, or do I want to try to cheese it?
I don't
what's
even know
the
how I
range
want it played.
What's the range of my, like, can I shoot just like, if I have line of sight, can I, is it
You
like
can
kind
give
of
it a shot.
infinite?
You can give it a shot. I will say outside here, there are a few guests kind of walking or hanging around at the entrance here.
Can I? God, I really just want to cheese it, and this might shorten this a good amount, which is not necessarily good, but Ethan really kind of left just 3 doors straight towards the target open. Can I just step in front of the door and just shoot all the way straight?
You're gonna give it a shot?
I mean, that's like kind of wild. I could end it in
I'll say
one
I didn't
turn
think
here,
about
but
that. I didn't think we would be sniping with these. I don't know if 50% necessarily is the case anymore. Maybe you would both need to flip, but if you want to try, I'm not going to say no. I will say there are lots of people around, and you might not actually be able to see through a sea of people to get the shot, though.
I'll just play it right then. I'm going to go...
I mean, I wanted the bazooka, David. Like, I don't know why that was,
You don't have one with you.
Yeah. Can I just sort of go to the right there and hide behind a wall there?
You're talking like here?
I was trying to I said to the right. I meant to the left, in that little corner, where it has like, no, to the left. Keep going up and left. Yep.
You want to head up
that thing?
You want to head
Yeah,
up
I want to
here?
get behind. I want to get behind that thing. Yeah.
I will say, yeah, you can just barely get behind this edge with your movement. Why not?
Okay. Do I have like an action or something? Can I throw like a rock like across the courtyard?
Okay. I can't ping on the map, but you're saying like you want to throw
something
something up there?
I wanted to throw it to the right, so the guard up top walks that way, and then my goal obviously is to walk up after that.
Okay.
Next turn.
Okay. So you throw the rock, let's say just directly east of you, right? Yeah. Something like that. Okay. It catches the attention of several people that are up towards the front, and you watch there's the guard on which guard is this? This is guard 1. You watch as this guy takes notice of it. I guess that's what you see. All right, so now it is everyone else's turn. So that would begin with this guy beginning to walk over to here, as well as our entrance guy kind of peeking his head through the front door here. He's kind of standing in the way.
It's beautiful out.
It's beautiful. But he's also talking to some guests who are asking, like, oh, did a window break? As someone says, and that's going on there. Other things might be happening inside, but David doesn't see it. As far as Devin goes, there are people finishing up making some salads in this one kitchen that you
Caesar?
see. Would you like to spend your action to take a look at the salads more? I don't know. Yes, why not? Caesar salads. Okay. We'll go back to Devin. Devin, what do you want to do?
So they're finishing up, and so there's the one window in the kitchen, and then there's a window to the hallway?
From this side, from on this wall, yes.
Does it count as an action to see if are the windows openable? Like, are they locked from the inside?
Being able to look around and all that, all that's free.
Okay. So are the windows locked or anything? And is there anyone? Can I peek in? Can I see anything in the dining room or no?
You can basically see just inside, but there is some staff maybe in there blocking more of a view. You can kind of basically with your fingers gently kind of test the windows. It looks like you could probably slide it open.
And so we're dressed like the Hitman.
Correct.
Trademark. Is this like a party or something? You said there's guests here, so are they dressed in suits and stuff?
They're all dressed pretty nicely. You don't stick out too much.
Okay. Do I have to roll or anything to like try to open the window and?
If you want to get inside and have that be your action, you can just do it.
Assuming that no one will see me, I would do it.
Okay. You take a look. Everyone is still, like, there's no one in that little hallway there, and people are busy in the kitchen. So you take the opportunity. You want to get in the hallway, right?
Yeah.
I assume? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have your action to be getting through the window. Okay. You can still move.
Yeah.
And there are people there.
Are there people eating in the dining room? Like, is there any, like...
It is not time for dinner yet. As you look around, there is no one sitting at the table. As you kind of peek around.
Okay. How far can I go? Can I get into that art room over there? Or the bathroom? That small little bathroom all the way up there? I feel like it's too far.
That is too far. I would say because as now that you can see to the west of you, to your left, and there are people in this hallway, generally speaking, if there are people around, you're going to have to spend more time to move farther, meaning you'll have less room that you can move.
I think I'm just going to go up the hallway. Maybe if there's a butler handing out drinks or like a martini or something, I'll grab one of those and try to blend in like I'm a party goer.
I'll say you can get up to here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, David.
Yeah, I think I'm taking my opportunity and making my way north.
All right, David.
Slightly
heading
northeast.
Northeast, like maybe around there.
Yeah.
Do you want to be here or here? I could say you could be
inside
right
there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So from what you see, David, you can see into the parlor room. There is a lot of guests entertaining themselves, talking, chit-chatting, and whatnot. I didn't label it, but you are walking onto like a patio. There are some tables out here. There's not really any like catering out here or anything like that, but some people have taken the opportunity to take their hors d'oeuvres and drinks out here and kind of lounging. It's not too sunny out. There's some clouds, but it is nice out. And yeah, the greenhouse inside there has a lot of plants, but there doesn't really seem to be anyone inside. But there are people out here who see you, not taking like attention, but like they see you.
I gotcha. Cool.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now it is everyone else's turn. Say this guard has gone back to his post, which I believe was like here. I don't really remember if it's there. This guard here has gone back to his post. Unbeknownst to either of you necessarily, but Elton has begun to walk over to this end of the sunroom to talk to someone else. The various people are still mingling with each other, but both of you in your both different positions kind of hear that dinner might be starting soon. Okay. Devin, is your turn.
With martini in hand, I'm going to kind of work my way near that kitchen, that northern kitchen above the dining room there. What kind of kitchen is this? Does it have like gas and that kind
this
of
one is
like,
more robust.
grill?
The one that you saw through the window is more like a prep room. A lot of mainly like preparation sinks and whatnot. That's why they were making salads here. But here, this is the more full-blown kitchen. There are multiple stovetops and ovens working. It looks like it is going to be a fine goose. And there are a couple of them that are actually basically being plated correctly now.
So there's like people cooking in there.
Oh yeah, they are.
Is one of the stovetops
pretty much finishing up.
One of the stovetops on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the martini
Okay.
and kind of splash it towards the to create a little bit of a fire.
Okay.
And and as that's happening, I'm gonna keep working my way maybe towards the bathroom to try to get in the bathroom.
Okay. So you time it correctly, and you we're not doing rolls or anything like that. Really, the flipping the coin is mainly for the guns. We're cool here. As you kind of walk by, you kind of slow your step a little bit, splash the thing towards there. You have now started a fire on one of the other chefs. His coat is now lit up in flame on the side there,
bud.
as it is starting to spread a little bit.
Bud.
So there is some people kind of going crazy. Some people, as you continue to walk by a little bit, I'll say you get up to here, are focusing on getting the food out of the kitchen, maybe more so as well as their own safety. But there is an effort to maintain the food to agree, as some people are now trying to start putting out a fire, and I'll leave the rest of the aftermath till after David goes. All right, so David, what do you want to do?
Can I get to, I think my goal right now, God, he's getting freaking close though. I'm in between trying to go for the coat closet, or I assume there's probably no windows on this coat closet that I
not
can
on the
get
coat
into.
closet, I guess, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exterior, but not that.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go up into the greenhouse if I can.
Yep.
And I think
So the greenhouse itself is basically one big long row of I don't know,
corn on the cob,
whatever you call the type of boxes that you put plants in. Like this entire middle is taken up with plants, so it's kind of like a loop.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep close to there, and I think if a guard walks into here, probably just gonna shoot him.
Okay. So you're hanging tight from where you're at?
Yeah.
All right. So, the aftermath of the fire has caused this guard over here to kind of step in and take a look to see if there's commotion going on around from people, if anyone needs, again, there's a fire, potentially. Does anyone need any help? This guard as well is trying to wade through a sea of people here. Is about as far as he can go is get into this doorway here, as now there is a lot of people, there's both coming and going. People are going towards the scene and also trying to move away, as there's some uncertainty. I will say, where is it? Is it this one here? This guard gets closer to Elton there, who is currently, as David could maybe see and Devin could maybe hear, sounds like Elton is in conversation with quite a few people right now. But this guard has gotten closer to him. Yes, into the sunroom. Okay. And then Devin, as Agent 40 Devin, sorry, that's your official name. No one had seen you do that. That was part of how we're rolling with this. But now you are kind of stuck again in a crowd of people here, as well. Okay. That's that. Devin, it's your turn. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go. Is the bathroom like a single stall, or is it more of like multiple, like people are in there? Like how does
it is one bathroom. It's a very nice bathroom, and it's a big bathroom. This is like, this mansion has one first floor bathroom. I didn't put any stairs here, or anything. We're not dealing. I don't want to deal with that. But just this is a big bathroom, but it is essentially for one person. It is a lockable door.
Okay. So while all that's happening, drawing, I'm gonna try to go to the bathroom there.
Okay.
And be like, I think they need extra water. Guard, here, I need can you help me? I'm trying to like draw the
Okay.
guard into the bathroom with me.
Okay.
I don't know if I need a roll or anything for that, but
No,
my goal is good. I'm gonna try to subdue him and change into his outfit. Is my goal.
I see. So this guard will begin to come with you, but again, they're kind of going on their own kind of term here. So that is the
There's
vector
a fire,
trajectory.
dude. Trying to get some water. I'm trying to help out.
Yes. Okay. David.
That's pretty smart. Can I just sort of get closer into this hallway and see, like, what do I see in the sunroom?
Okay. You kind of take a peek from this hallway here into the sunroom. It's large, it's open, but it is not vacant. Like the north end there, lots of windows that you can see inside of. But there's a lot of people in here as well. There aren't any like tables or any furniture really. You could almost consider this maybe more like a ballroom. It is kind of just a big sunny kind of room, a nice kind of waxed wooden floor, I guess. But there are a lot of people in there talking. You see some other bigwigs, maybe some people that you had maybe as a contract before, but then plans changed. They're here as well. And they're all chatting up Elton and each other, but there is a lot of people here. You can see, you have eyes on the target. However, there are a lot of people around, including
Ronald.
a guard. Correct.
Okay. Am I able to also go a little bit north? I think maybe I want to see if I can get like, whoops, I clicked like I was going to ping, like it's real 20. Can I go like north on the outside with the intention of like, if he walks back, like up and is away from people, then I might have a shot. If he moves,
I will say
maybe.
the furthest you can get is like here. You can
Okay.
see in
Yeah, that's
through.
fine.
This door here is actually closed. It's got a window
Yeah.
on the door. All the exterior doors on this north end are closed, but they aren't locked, and you are able to get in. So you can see in through the window on the door that is next to you to your right, but it is closed.
Okay.
Okay. As far as these guards are going, guard on the left there is staying outside. This guard here has made his way finally now to the kitchen. Oh, weird. I'm hearing some static on my end. That's strange.
Oh yeah, I heard that
think
for a second.
I think I should be good now. Okay, looking at my
You're
levels, I seem to be
You're
good.
good.
Weird. I picked that up myself. David can't really see this. Devin can hear this as he's also kind of busy at the moment. But it seems like some of the fire it seems like the fire is mostly taken care of. There is still just kind of like the aftermath on what food is ruined or whatnot. But that's that. And Devin's guard and Devin go into the
kissing.
bathroom. They are making out.
I just
kinda
fell in
have you
love
like this
on
so
my.
that we
I'm,
can
I just
see.
fell in love. I'm like, screw this,
Yeah, there you
dude.
go.
I found the
Um,
one.
And he
Just a guard.
he opens up. There's a big like kind of like not floor to ceiling quite, but there's a kind of a closet there that he opens up, and there is a big kind of not like a fire hose, but not a garden hose either. Something that it looks like he is actually intending to do what you were going to help with. But you two are in there, and there's still people moving around, but some people are already heading to the dining room. Some regular guests. So Devin, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna lock the door behind us, whether just by force or if there's an actual lock on it. I'm assuming there's an actual lock on it since it's a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna subdue this guy with the intent of changing to his outfit to look like a security guard.
Okay. Are you using your wire or are you using one of your bullets?
Is the wire? I forget. Is the wire guaranteed or the
Yeah, from this it would be. I'm just for flavor.
Yeah.
I just want to know. Okay.
Yeah, I'll use the wire. We're
Okay, so
saving
you're-
all 6 bullets for this
Okay,
guy.
so you're choking this guy out, and you're gonna take his outfit and change into him. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
You have changed into him successfully. And I assume you actually I might as well delete guard. Oop. There we go.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use I'm gonna basically as I'm sneaking out of the bathroom door, I'm gonna
What are you
lock
doing
it
with the
again.
body?
I'll put him in the closet with the garden hose there.
Okay, perfect. All right. And you
and
can
I'll sneak
make it
out, and I'll start heading towards the sunroom as a security guard.
Okay, I'll say with that time you can get basically to here again with all of that, right? David.
Dang, I was hoping that Elton was gonna move. Um, hmm. This is tough. Devin's getting close. Devin's really he's doing an optimized run here. He's pretty good.
Underdog knows
Yeah.
how to optimize. Because you have to. Survival, man.
What do I have available? I can see through the window.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, man, I don't want to distract a guard and then have Devin walk in immediately get him. I don't know what Devin's doing though. Wow, I don't even know what to do. I guess I am. Dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna knock on this door.
Gonna knock on the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to remain
And
visible?
I'm gonna sort of step around the corner, and I'm hoping that the guard walks out, and I'm just gonna shoot him, I guess.
So if you were to go this way, these are tall windows, but you could go this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, just around the corner, sort of close, right there.
Okay. Okay. You knock on the door and
closer. Just around that little corner.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Here. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, cool. So that is both of your turns. All right, time for everyone else. So, here's what happens. This guard that is currently just below Devin now has been satisfied with what's going on by looking in the kitchen, and he is heading back down to here. There are plenty of people now heading to the dining room. Looks like dinner is ready, which also means that Elton and some of his guests are beginning to walk down there as well. And he heads straight down the middle here. And he stops to talk to some people who are looking at his overpriced NFT artwork that he has on the wall. The knock definitely alerted the attention of some random guests who kind of just look, but they don't do anything. And this guard does head and opens the door and peeks his head out. That is kind of where he is at right now. Okay. So as we currently stand, Elton is currently around a lot of people still, but most people are heading to the dining room for dinner. What will remain at dinner, I don't really know at this point. Devin, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
So, is there more people in the hallway to my left or down? Like, if I was gonna move?
It's more people down than to the left for certain, but there are still people to the left. That is correct.
All right. Because everyone's heading to the dining room or dinner for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna try to head to the left, and I'm just gonna be like, Elton, sir, we have a issue with the kitchen. And I'm gonna try to call him over, and then assuming if I can get close enough, I'm just gonna do the classic out of the coat pocket headshot his ass. Okay. If I can if he like gets close to that, no one's in front of him or anything, just to do more of a. And then if I do get him, and then I'm heading continue to the left, just gonna walk out.
Okay. David?
I mean, yeah, I don't know this is happening, so I'm just gonna uh garrot this guy and then start to walk into the sunroom.
Okay, so you take out this guy that's
Yeah,
up there with you?
I think
Yes?
so. Yeah.
Okay. I would say easily enough. Real quick, though, what are you doing with the body?
I think I'm just kind of leaving it here up top. I don't think anyone's gonna be walking up here.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna take too much. I'd rather just start walking in.
All right. You walk in. This room is pretty sparse now, and you can kind of get to here, and you see straight down the bow there, Agent 47,
Shit.
dressed as one of the guards.
I can see that little barcode.
And then it looks like past him, Elton is mingling with some guests as he now turns his attention to Agent 47. Okay. All right. Now, here's what everyone else does. Elton hears Agent 47, who does not look like one of the actual guards, but I will say he does not necessarily care too much about the lives of the working class, and therefore does not pay too much notice of Agent 47 for both good or bad. He doesn't recognize that you aren't one of the people he actually is employing. On the other hand, he is not coming over to you. He kind of waves you off and says, well, then go take care of it, as he then goes to walk over into this kind of art room over here, because one of his guests has asked him, has called out to him as well, and now also wants to talk to him briefly, hopefully for Elton's sake, because dinner is served, about one of these art pieces. Also hearing that there is maybe a fire going on. Some of the guests that were not a part of noticing that earlier also begin to kind of walk eastward out, which means this guard here is shuffling out of the way a little bit to let them through, but he is also kind of just looking around. All right. Agent 47. You no longer have direct line of sight, but you've been...
Well, can I step into the hallway and just take that shot? Like, how many people are around him? Like, because I would have taken that shot earlier. I just assumed that he was going to... I wasn't sure how close it was, but if I, like, walk right to there and just...
Okay. There are people here. You can take the shot, and it would work if there wasn't too many people in the way. I don't want to make you necessarily flip for this, because I didn't say that would be the case earlier, so that's not entirely fair. However, I think that if you want this to work out and for you not to be taken down by the nearby guard, you're going to want to have to either get Elton somewhere else or take care of this guard too.
Gotcha. Well, actually, are these paintings being held up by, like, string or anything like that? Like, or is there anything above the ceiling, anything like that I could...
It's the wire that is holding, so essentially on the back of the frame, it's a single wire that then is clamped on, trying to get my fingers in frame, clamped on to either end by wires that are hanging up. Kind of like art museum-esque, in a way that makes you think that this person, Elton, has seen what fine art is supposed to look like and is emulating that.
Could I shoot the painting down to fall onto him in any way? Like, how close is he to the...
Well, because one of the guests is asking him a question about one of these paintings, he is right up there. Okay, so is that what you want to do?
I want to see if I can, at least, if it might not kill him, but at least get him cornered, and then hoping I can step in and try to help him up, and that's when I do it. If it doesn't hurt him.
Okay. You take the shot. The largest Bored Ape yacht club you have ever seen.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah, falls. The best one.
Now, as you know, expense equals prestige. And this was a very expensive bored ape dude. But it has it framed in the thickest walnut frame that you can think of. As it falls down, 3 things happen. 1, the canvas goes straight through his head. He seems to not actually die from this. But the frame itself, you don't know if it's killed these 2 people, but it's certainly flattened them to the floor as it is crunched onto them. He is now standing in the middle of the overturned, fallen down painting in front of him, or around him now. And third, this guard here is like, oh shit mode, and is going in as a lot of people are like screaming. But no one saw you do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna try to get in that scuffle there, and like if I can get close enough, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can. I mean, you are dressed as a guard, so just like the other guard, you can obviously try
Make it look like he did it.
Hey, you can try that next turn. I don't know. All right, that's that. David, Agent 40 David, what do you want to do? As you hear commotion happening, the hallway in front of you is pretty clear. I think straight down.
I bet it is. What is this guy gonna do? He's probably gonna be. I think he's gonna be rushed out of there. Is he gonna go to dinner after that? I think. I don't know.
God, I still want that roast duck or whatever it was cooking.
Wow. Yeah, I guess. I think I'll just. Okay, so Devin's so much closer. It's like the limits. He's just doing too good of a job. I guess I'm just gonna. I can't just copy him though. I guess I'm just gonna come down. I'm gonna play long game at this point. I think if he gets him alone, he's just gonna get him. And so I'm gonna go. Since this area is clear, can I get? Is the bathroom locked over there?
You can get over to here. You can't get too much further.
Okay.
The door is closed, but you don't know. It doesn't. You don't know if it's locked or unlocked.
All right.
But you can
That's
get over
fine.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now the aftermath. You, Devin, and the guard that is there, first help move Elton out of the frame and begin to pick it up. Whereas then this guard does not recognize you and says, "Who the hell are you?" and begins to grab at you. As this picture frame is now being leaned up against the wall. And where is Elton? It's so much smaller on my end. Elton begins to leave. And David, Agent 40 David, he is heading in your direction.
This is great.
This guard that is with you, Devin, hasn't begun to like try to kill you or anything like this, but he is currently grabbing at you, and there are still people being crazed over what's going on. And it seems like, looking at the blood, both of those people on the floor are dead.
Okay.
So it goes to Devin. What do you want to do?
Brutal.
I'm gonna be like, bro, stop grabbing me. There's someone. I think someone's trying to do something to him. They like the fire. I'm trying to get to him. I'm trying to help. What do you want? Let him walk away for? And I'm gonna try to like make him think that like, it's like, God, bro, I just started this week. And you guys, that's why like this shit happens. God.
Okay.
And I'm trying to just like gaslight him to thinking like I'm just the new guy. The new guy.
He will, in this moment, regardless of if he fully believes you or not, does recognize that 2 very big things had just happened, and he is no longer next to Elton there to protect him from anything else. At the very least, that is what the reaction is going on, as he is no longer like grasping at your arm there.
And and if we're able to go down that hallway, I'm gonna yell to Elton and be like, trying to like get to him. And if I see, do I see David? Can I be like, I think that guy's an assassin.
Hey!
So that's my goal. Is just to like
Okay.
like that fire, you know, it must have been him.
Okay. David, it's your turn.
Can I just take the shots? Even though he's alone? I mean, he's alone, right? He's walking up?
More or less. He's walking in your direction. There are people around, but it's not necessarily super dense, so you could take the shot. People around you are going to know that you did it and are going to come get you. But I guess it doesn't really matter how your story ends as long as the contract's done. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you said we didn't have to escape, so I wasn't thinking about that part.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know. I would have. I kind of switched to because I was like trying not to. It's fine.
I designed this at 10 o'clock last night, so I apologize.
That's okay. I think if I play it, if I am not just taking the shot and playing a little bit more faithfully, my goal was I wanted to, if there was any champagne around, champagne flutes, I wanted to grab one and go into the bathroom with it. Because I want to see if there's any cleaning stuff in the bathroom that I could poison it with. Like cleaning, like Clorox or something.
Okay. You take your thing in there. That same. Well, you open up a closet and you see a dead guard. Well, a dead naked guy. I need to be more specific. You see a dead naked guy. He's in his underwear. Devin didn't change his underwear. That's probably a little bit too.
He's like, I gotta be faithful to the character.
Yeah. But it seems like in there as well. Yeah, there is some bleach in that same kind of closet that had the hose in it.
I'll dump out half the champagne and put half bleach in.
Very convincing color. Champagne and bleach.
Well, champagne's yellow and bleach is clear, I think.
Okay.
Definitely will smell great.
Well,
is this bleach? That's a cut for just us.
Yeah.
You can basically get back into the doorway, and that's about it.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Elton begins to pass you, David.
Dang.
And he's heading towards the trophy room. He hears he had heard Agent 40 Devon call that out, and so as he has noticed you, Agent 40 David, walk out of the bathroom with champagne in your hand, which is odd. No one takes a drink with them. No one in high society takes a drink with. It's not a bar. All right, you're not trying to make sure you don't get roofied. You didn't need to take a champagne flute at all. You could have left it there. So he's eyeing you up suspiciously, and as he does, he looks back over at you two guards, Devin, Agent 40 Devin, and Guard 3, as he is labeled, and OBS. Guard 1 is outside still, and kind of does a head nod over to Agent 40 David. And that's that for him. This guard, assuming that you're going to follow him, Agent 40 Devin, or not, is not his concern, begins to head over to Agent 40 David, and he is beginning to look you down, and he's going to question who you are and what you're doing. Meanwhile, most people have entered into the dining room and have passed the rest of you. So it is decently clear. It seems like, from basically what you're looking at, Elton is going to either head outside to the trophy room or to the piano room, and it doesn't seem like there are too many people left. But there is a guard, Agent 40 David. Both of you seem to be generally alone, besides the fact that Elton and Agent 40 Devin are within earshot and eyesight for certain of the two of you. Okay. Devin.
Yeah, so I think I would follow him with him if we're kind of running that direction to get to Elton. And as
in the same kind of spot.
Am I allowed to, as if he's talking to David there that I can kind of sneak by him and then just take the shot? Because I'm assuming there's no one else here.
There is no one else here. I will say, because yes, you are both doing turns, it is both kind of happening generally at the same time. So I'd like to have you begin to take your shot, and seeing what David is able to do. I'll let you know.
And I'm kind of like sneaking by him, so maybe I'm pushing his back a little bit, kind of pushing him into David, who has the martini glass.
Okay. The Devin is about to take the shot. The guard has been pushed into David.
Get out of the way.
Wow.
Agent 40 David, what are you doing?
Well, it doesn't really leave me. What I was gonna do is just splash this into the guard's eyes.
Oh god!
Oh, it kind of already kind of happened as he's now crashed into you.
Yeah.
And stuff has certainly gone up. None has gone in your eyes, but sure, some of it's gotten into his face.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. God, there's really not many options. Can I just can I try to like push Agent 40 Devin to like throw a shot off if I see him start? Because I'm assuming I can't throw this in this guard's eyes and just take a shot. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. Well,
up to you. I mean, if I'm able to, then I want to start to try. But
I will say you have enough like momentum and all that. Thing is in guard's face, and then also try to lunge at Agent 40 Devin.
I want to throw a shot off.
But who is in the process of pulling out his gun to do it. Yeah. Okay. Now, because you're both interacting with each other, here's what's going to happen. Devin is going to shoot him. She's in the process of firing his gun right now. Whether or not he hits Elton or not depends on if David and Devin both flip their coin. If they are the same number or the same heads or tails, the gun will hit Elton. If they are different, and if David's his head and Devin's his tails, then Devin has shot out a window, which makes noise.
They've been the same so far. So.
And if it's the opposite, if Devin gets heads and David gets tails, then it just goes into the wood and doesn't make a sound. It's basically whether it's 50-50, Devin gets him, and then the other 50 is split between whether it makes noise or not. So
is it
David
50-50? I don't even know.
I don't think it's 50-50.
If you both
it doesn't matter. That's
you both get heads or both get tails, Devin gets them. That's 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think it's like 60-30 or something like that.
Oh, well, whatever.
Odds. It doesn't really matter.
It's easier.
That was
coins
just what
instead
I'm
of
trying to
dice,
say.
so that would be easier, and then I made it more complicated, so I apologize. So both of you flip a coin and let me know what it is.
Here we go. Heads.
Tails, it misses.
Okay. Which means it also goes through the window and makes a
I wonder
loud,
if it was heads when it
shattering
first hit
sound.
my hand. I let it like fall again.
Oh, hey, it is what it is. Okay.
Thanks, Ultraman.
Devin makes a shot. He misses because David right into him, hits him hard.
God,
the
shot I just killed David. Damn. I thought about that first turn. Unironically,
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Sorry, there was an assassin.
That's another thing I didn't think about either. That actually would have been pretty funny.
I thought about doing it. That's why I was joking with the bazooka, but I was also thinking, can I actually run over there and just dome them and just be like, no one wins?
I mean, I traced over this Hitman 3 map. So if I were to design one myself, I probably would have had you start and play ways that you wouldn't be able to immediately do that. But I didn't think about it. All right, the shot hits the glass, shattering this large window next to this kind of entryway door. So there's another very loud sound that's going on here. Agent 40 Devin is knocked, not necessarily flat on the floor, but like slumped down against kind of the wall there. And Agent 40 David is in the process of standing back up from it. Agent 40 Devin, it is your... Well, no, wait, it is everyone else's turn. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, everyone else gets to do whatever now.
Okay.
Then Elton pulls out his bazooka and just blasts all of us and we lose.
Elton takes a step back out of shock and falls down. He pulls out of his coat pocket a really corny that he has it, not that it exists, corny that he has it, replica pistol from the movie Blade Runner that he keeps on his night desk next to Diet Coke cans like a child, as I hold up a cherry float Coke Zero instead. And kind of just holding it up as he shouts out to just in general the guards there. Guard 3 is freaking out because he's got bleach in his eyes. And he falls over onto the floor, kind of in the way of like you and both of you two. He's kind of like on the floor in between where both of you are at now. There are some screaming going on as your guns are silenced, but again, it was the window that shattered that gets everyone to freak out. Okay, Agent 40 Devin.
So I'm assuming you don't want us to be able to kill each other, right? That maybe it's like a Hitman rule. We can't kill each other.
Sure, why not?
I'm going to shoot him in the knee, though.
Okay. Devin's second bullet. You have 4 left for what it's worth. Goes into Agent 40 David's knee.
Fuck.
And then I'm going to sprint towards Elton, but like... and try to maybe cause I know he has the. Did we see that he had the gun, right? I'm assuming you said that, so we can see it.
He pulled it out, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I guess I'm assuming he's just gonna shoot me right away. So as I shoot David in the knee, I'm gonna try to grab David and be like, "Here." He's the assassin. He's trying to kill you.
You just pulled the gun out.
Yeah,
I'm
a
guard.
Like a guard.
Okay, all right.
Sorry,
he took a shot. All right.
Okay. Not a lot of movement that can be done here because there's a body on the floor freaking out over that. It's a real clusterfuck. Agent 40 David, you've been shot in the knee, and Agent 47 has kind of like thrusted you in front of him, in between him and Elton. If these colored dots were not obvious.
If he's like obstructing my view, can I flip a coin to take a shot anyway at Elton?
Sure, flip the coin. Heads, it works.
All right.
Tails,
that's what I want.
It doesn't.
Okay. It doesn't.
I was trying to think of something else. I'm like, no, tails,
accept.
It doesn't.
And I am holding David though, so yeah, we'll see.
Shit. Tails. Damn it.
Okay. The shot rings out. Well, not rings out.
See, he's trying to kill.
It hits another
There's a guy
window,
behind
making
you.
another loud sound. Elton gets up, stumbles backwards, and falls back on the floor again. He takes a shot. I want both of you to flip your coin. If it's heads, you are hit.
Oh no.
Both of us?
Yep.
Oh no, heads. Shit.
Where'd it go? Heads, I also got hit.
Oh my gosh.
So it goes through David, maybe?
It's a collapse.
Yep. David, your right knee kneecap has been shot. No, but it is your right forearm now. Right kind of here-ish, really. Gets shot through. And Devin, yours goes into your chest. You're not dead. But it is.
I'll take the arm shot.
It is pretty bad. Both of you are pretty fucked up now. Guard 3 is attempting to get up now and deal with what's going on. Devin, Agent 40 Devin, what do you want to do?
And he's on the ground though?
Elton is back on his ass again. Yes, he's
and
just basically got up and stumbled and fell.
Are we on the?
So are we like shot? You're still kind of standing up.
All right, I'm gonna throw David and just try to run up it, and then just try to take the shot while I'm kind of running forward. I'm hoping to like run and gun him and then jump out through a window or something out here.
All right, you know what? Give me a flip a coin. Heads, you hit him.
I've not been flipping well.
Isn't this also like slightly curved too? So isn't this also fucking up? It's like trajectory in the air.
Fucking tails, bro.
Oh my god.
You missed.
That's crazy.
This one just kind of hits the wood floor of the piano room.
Okay, I guess as I'm running by, I guess I'll go behind the piano or something and try to patch up or something as I take the shot.
Right. 'Cause
My
you
goal was
kinda
originally
took the
to
shot
jump.
and ran past. Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind the piano and be like,
Okay,
"He's
okay.
the guy's trying to assassinate." Just keep trying to
just
that guy, get him.
As you like shoot him, he's like, he's trying to get you.
Hey,
Agent 40
he didn't see
David,
that.
Oh,
You've
my
been
God.
shoved to the side. You can quickly regain your balance. What do you want to do? This other
Oh,
guard
man.
is starting to get up to your left to kind of like get at you. Two.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know what's
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
but he's starting to do something.
Yeah, probably somewhat blinded still. Is there a window? Can I like run to my right outside a little bit and shoot through a window into this guy?
You certainly can. I'm going to need you to flip a coin again,
Yeah.
as you have
Still
broken arm
heads
and
is
leg.
what I want.
You
Yeah.
want heads? Yes.
He's on the ground
out.
too. He's on the ground too. You know, tough shot.
Devin has 3
Uh,
bullets left. David
yes, I have
has.
3.
I only shot once, I think.
You have 5 left. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. I want heads. Heads.
Okay. This bullet goes through another shattering window sound as Elton, the evil billionaire from South Africa, who has defunded aid meant for third world countries, thus killing and endangering millions of people, has had his melon exploded. Ooh, it's like imagine this, but it's like ooh, it's like gone because it's not all
The
there.
assassin's hiding in the piano room.
Okay. And with that, David has successfully completed.
Wait, the guard doesn't shoot him?
That doesn't. Hey, whatever happens afterwards.
Because I would have killed him like
Hey,
10 turns
he was-
ago, but
he was
you
blinded.
said like, oh, there's too many people. You don't want to get like it was the assumption you won't get caught.
Yeah, but I shot because the guard was blinded from my Clorox, so I feel like he doesn't see. That was my thought.
He said he was getting back up. Oh, whatever.
He was getting back up, and the two of you can deal with that aftermath next time if they ever make another Hitman movie.
It picks
Okay.
up right where this ends off. The movie.
Yeah, I
You have to
know.
watch the podcast to understand the movie.
With that said, David has won this
Bullshit. That was
game
rigged for
show.
him again. So
You almost got it like way earlier. I thought for sure you were gonna get it. 'cause
I didn't
was
know how
taking
much I
too
could
time.
stretch.
Yeah.
So.
It's tough. We can both blame Ethan.
It's fine. The underdog was the most creative. You know, David really just ran in there with a gun.
You were definitely way more creative. I was hoping I was gonna be able to get poison.
But this is
go
what
into the
happens. Like
kitchen.
the heels,
but-
as they cheat, they win. You don't get the.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's what about part of being an underdog. Part of being a champion is you have to deal, through the tribulations of this game show. And guess what? I didn't kill a fictional person, so someone else might go to jail.
True.
Well, only time will tell. Well, thank you both for watching.
I was playing
Thank
the
you both
piano
for
and I got
playing.
shot.
Yeah, you did both. Yeah. Devin needs actually to take care of himself. He's been shot in the chest with a really corny gun to have in real life. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Sonic Movie Show. I would like to remind you, the events of this podcast have been fictional. Any coincidences are merely that, coincidences. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves. Don't be a billionaire. Goodbye.